Zechariah chapter 2, third vision. Measuring line. This time I saw someone holding a measuring line, and I asked, "Where are you going?" "To measure Jerusalem," was the answer, "to find out how wide and long it is." The angel who had spoken to me came toward me, when another angel came up to him and said, "Hurry, tell that man with the measuring line that Jerusalem won't have any boundaries. It will be too full of people and animals even to have a wall. The Lord himself has promised to be protective wall of fire surrounding Jerusalem, and he will be its shining glory in the heart of the city." A call to action. The Lord says to his people, "Run, escape from the land in the north, where I scattered you to the four winds. Leave Babylonia and hurry back to Zion." Then the glorious Lord all-powerful ordered me to say to the nations that had raided and robbed Zion, "Zion is as precious to the Lord as are his eyes. Whatever you do to Zion, you do to him, and so he will put you in the power of your slaves, and they will raid and rob you. Then you will know that I am a prophet of the Lord all-powerful. City of Zion, sing and celebrate. The Lord has promised to come and live with you. When he does, many nations will turn to him and become his people. At that time, you will know that I am a prophet of the Lord all-powerful. Then Judah will be his part of the Holy Land, and Jerusalem will again be his chosen city. Everyone be silent. The Lord is present and moving about in his holy place. Zechariah chapter 3, fourth vision. Joshua and Zatan. I was given another vision. This time Joshua the high priest was standing in front of the Lord angel, and there was Zatan standing at Joshua's right side, ready to accuse him. But the Lord said, "Zatan, you are wrong. Jerusalem is my chosen city." And this man was rescued like a stick from a flaming fire. Joshua's clothes were filthy, so the angel told some of the people to remove Joshua's filthy clothes. Then he said to Joshua, "This means you are forgiven. Now I will dress you in priestly clothes." I spoke up and say, "Also put a clean priestly turban on his head." Then they dressed him in priestly clothes and put the turban on him, while the Lord's angel stood there watching. After this, the angel encouraged Joshua by telling him that the Lord all-powerful had promised, "If you truly obey me, I will put you in charge of my temple, including the courtyard around it, and you will be allowed to speak at any time with the angels standing beside me. Listen carefully, High Priest Joshua and all of you other priests. You are a sign of things to come, because I am going to bring my servant, the chosen king. Joshua, I have placed in front of you a stone with 7 sides. I will engrave something on that stone, and in a single day I will forgive this guilty country. Then each of you will live at peace and entertain your friends in your own vineyard and under your own fig trees. Zechariah chapter 4, fifth vision, lampstands and olive trees. The angel who explained the visions woke me from what seemed like a sleep. Then he asked, "What do you see?" "A solid gold lampstand with an oil container above it," I answered. "Understand, there are 7 lamps, each with 7 flames. An olive tree is on the right side and another on the left of the oil container." "But sir, what does this mean?" Then he asked. "Don't you know?" "No, sir," I replied. So the angel explained that it was the following message of the Lord to the Zerubbabel: "I am the Lord all powerful, so don't depend on your own power or strength, but on my spirit. Zerubbabel, that mountain in front of you will be leveled to the ground. Then you will bring out the temple's most important stone and shout, 'God has been very kind.'" The Lord spoke to me again and said, "Zerubbabel laid the foundation for the temple, and he will complete it. Then everyone will know that you were sent by me, the Lord all-powerful. Those who have made fun of this day of small beginnings will celebrate when they see Zerubbabel holding this important stone." Those 7 lamps represent my eyes, the eyes of the Lord, and they see everything on this earth. Then I asked the angel, "What about the olive trees on each side of the lampstand? What do they represent? And what is the meaning of the 2 branches from which golden olive oil follows through the 2 gold pipes?" "Don't you know?" he asked. "No, sir, I don't," was my answer. Then he told me, "These branches are the 2 chosen leaders who stand beside the Lord of all the earth." Zechariah chapter 5, sixth vision, a flying squirrel. Then I looked the next time. I saw a flying squirrel, and the angel asked, "What do you see?" "A flying squirrel," I answered, "about 9 meters long and 4.5 meters wide." Then he told me, "This squirrel puts a curse on everyone in the land who steals or tells lies. The writing on one side tells about the destruction of those who steal, while the writing on the other side tells about the destruction of those who lie. The Lord all-powerful has said, I am sending this scroll into the house of everyone who is a robber or tells lies in my name, and it will remain there until every piece of wood and stone in that house crumbles." Seventh vision, a woman in a basket. Now the angel who was there to explain the vision came over and said, "Look up and tell me what you see coming." "I don't know what it is," was my reply. It's a big basket, he said, and it showed what everyone in the land has in mind. The lid cover of the basket was opened, and in the basket was a woman. This woman represents evil, the angel explained. Then it drew her bag into the basket and slammed the heavy cover down tight. Right after this, I saw two women coming through the sky with wings outstretched like a stork in the wind. Suddenly they lifted the basket into the air, and I asked the angel, "Where are they taking the basket?" "To Babylonia," he answered, "where they will build a house for the basket and set it down inside." Zechariah chapter 6, 8th vision. For Chariot. Finally I looked up and saw 4 chariots coming from between 2 bronze mountains. The first chariot was pulled by red horses, and the second by black horses. The third chariot was pulled by white horses, and the fourth by spotted gray horses. "Sir," I asked the angel, "what does this stand for?" Then he explained, "These are the 4 winds of heaven, and now they are going out after presenting themselves to the Lord of all the earth. The chariot with black horses goes toward the north. The chariot with white horses goes toward the west, and the one with spotted horses goes toward the south." The horses came out eager to patrol the earth, and the angel told them, "Start patrolling the earth." When they had gone on their way, he shouted to me, "Those that have gone to the country in the north will do what the Lord's Spirit wants them to do there." The chosen leader. The Lord said to me, "Heldai, Tobijah, and Jebiah have returned from Babylonia. Collect enough silver and gold from them to make a crown. Then go with them to the house of Joshua, son of Spania, and put the crown on the head of the high priest Joshua, son of Jehozadak. Tell him that I, the Lord all-powerful, say, someone will reach out from here like a branch and build a temple for me. I will name him Branch, and he will rule with royal honors. A priest will stand beside his throne, and the 2 of them will be good friends. This crown will be kept in my temple as a reminder and will be taken care of by Heldai, Tobijah, Jebediah, and Joshua. When people from distant lands come and help build the temple of the Lord all-powerful, you will know that the Lord is the one who sent me. And this will happen if you truly obey the Lord your God." Zechariah chapter 7. A question about going without eating. On the first day of Silsab, the 9th month of the 4th year that Darius was king of Persia, the Lord again spoke to me. It happened after the people of Bedel had sent Sarajar with Melech and his men to ask the priests in the Lord's temple and the prophets to pray for them. So they prayed, "Should we mourn and go without eating during the 5th month, as we have done for many years? It was then that the Lord All-Powerful told me to say to everyone in the country, including priests, for 7 years you have gone without eating during the 5th and 7th months of the year. But did you really do it for me? And when you eat and drink, isn't it for your own enjoyment? My message today is the same one I commanded the earlier prophets to speak to Jerusalem and its villages when they were prosperous, and when all the Judah, including the southern desert and the hill country, was filled with people. So once again, I, the Lord All-Powerful, tell you, see that justice is done, and be kind and merciful to one another. Don't mistreat widows or orphans or foreigners or anyone who is poor, and stop making plans to hurt each other. But everyone who heard those prophets stubbornly refused to obey. Instead, they turned their backs on everything my spirit had commanded the earlier prophet to preach. So I, the Lord, became angry and sad. You people paid no attention when I called out to you, and now I'll pay no attention when you called out to me. That's why I came with a whirlwind and scattered them among foreign nations, leaving their lovely country empty of people and in ruins. Zechariah chapter 8. The Lord promises to Zion. The Lord All-Powerful said to me, I love Zion so much that her enemies make me angry. I will return to Jerusalem and live there on Mount Zion. Then Jerusalem will be known as my faithful city, and Zion will be known as my holy mountain. Very old people with walking sticks will once again sit around in Jerusalem while boys and girls play in the street. This may seem impossible for my people who are left, but it isn't impossible for me, the Lord All-Powerful. I will save those who were taken to lands in the east and the west, and I will bring them to live in Jerusalem. They will be my people, and I will be their God, faithful to bring about justice. I am the Lord All-Powerful, so don't give up. Think about the message my prophets spoke when the foundation of my temple was laid. Before that time, neither people nor animals were rewarded for their work, and no one was safe anywhere, because I had turned them against each other. My people, only a few of you are left, and I promise not to punish you as I did before. Instead, I will make sure that your crops are planted in peace, and your vineyards are fruitful, that your fields are fertile, and the dew falls from the sky. People of Judah and Israel, you have been a curse to the nations, but I will save you and make you a blessing to them. So don't be afraid or lose courage. When your ancestors made me angry, I decided to punish you with disasters and didn't hold back. Now you no longer need to be afraid. I've decided to treat Jerusalem and Judah with kindness. But you must be trustful with each other, and in court you must give fair decisions that lead to peace. But ever plan evil things against others or tell lies under oath, I, the Lord, hate such things. A time of celebration. The Lord of powerful told me to say, people of Judah, I, the Lord, demand that whenever you go without food as a way of worshiping me, it should become a time of celebration. No matter if it's the first month, the fifth month, the seventh month, and the 10th month, you should have a joyful festival. So I love truth and live at peace. I tell you that people will come here from cities everywhere. Those of one town will go to another and say, we're going to ask the Lord of Powerful to treat us with kindness. Come and join us. Many people from strong nations will come to Jerusalem to worship me and to ask me to treat them with kindness. When this happens, 10 people from nations with different languages will grab a Jew by his clothes and say, let us go with you. We've heard that God is on your side. I, the Lord of Powerful, have spoken. Zechariah chapter 9. Israel's enemies will be punished. This is the message from the Lord. His eyes are on everyone, especially the tribes of Israel. So he pronounces judges against the cities of Hadrach and Damascus. Judgment will also fall on the nearby city of Hamas, as well as on Tyre and Sidon, whose people are clever. Tyre has built a fortress, a pile of silver and gold, as true they were dust or mud from the street. Now the Lord will punish Tyre with property. He will sink its ships and send it up in flames. Both Ashkelon and Gaza will tremble with fear. Ekron will lose all hope. Gaza's king will be killed. Ashkelon emptied of its people. A mob of half-breeds will settle in Ashdod, and the Lord himself will love Philistia of pride. No longer will be Palestine in meat with blood in it, or any unclean food. They will become part of the people of our God from the tribe of Judah, and God will accept the people of Ekron as he did the Jebusite. God said, I will stand guard to protect my temple from those who come to attack. I know what's happening, and no one will mistreat my people ever again. The Lord tells about the coming king. Everyone in Jerusalem celebrate and shout, your king was won a victory, and he will coming to you. He is humble and rides on a donkey. He comes on the coat of a donkey. I, the Lord, will take away war chariot and horses from Israel and Jerusalem. Bows that were made from battle will be broken. I will bring peace to nations, and your king will rule from sea to sea. His kingdom will reach from the Euphrates River across the earth. The Lord promises to rescue captives. when I made a sacred agreement with you, my people. We sealed it with blood. Now some of you are captives in watery pit, but I will come to your rescue and offer you hope. Return to your fortress, because today I will reward you with twice what you had. I will use Judah as my bow and Israel as my arrow. I will take the people of Zion as my sword and attack the Greeks. The Lord will protect his people like a cloud. The Lord God will appear over his people, and his arrows will flash like lightning. God will sound his trumpet and attack in a whirlwind from the south. The Lord of powerful will protect his people, and he will trample down the sharpshooters and their slingshots. They will drink and get rowdy. They will be full as a bowl at the time of the sacrifice. The Lord God will save them on that day, because they are his people, and they will shine on his land like jewels in a crown. How lovely they will be! Young people will grow there like grain in a field or grapes in a vineyard. Zechariah chapter 10. A bright future for Judah and Israel. I, the Lord, am the one who sends storm clouds and showers of rain to make field produce. So when the crops need rain, you should pray to me. You can't believe idols and fortune tellers, or depend on the hope you receive from witchcraft and interpreter of dreams. But you have tried all of these, and now you are like a sheep without a shepherd. I, the Lord of powerful, am fiercely angry with you leaders, and I will punish you. I care for my people, the nation of Judah. I will change these flocks of sheep into charging war horses. From this flock will come leaders who will be strong like cornerstones and tent pegs and weapons of war. They will join in the fighting, and together they will trample their enemies like mud. They will fight because I, the Lord, will be on their side, and they will crush the enemy cavalry. I will strengthen the kingdoms of Judah and Israel. I will show mercy because I am the Lord their God. I will answer their prayers and bring them home. Then it will seem as true I had never rejected them. Israel will be like a tribe of warriors celebrating with wine. When their children see this, they will also be happy because of me, the Lord. I will give a signal for them to come together because I have rescued them. And there will be as many as ever before. Although I scattered my people in distant countries, they won't forgive me. Once their children are raised, they will return. I will bring them home from Egypt and Assyria, and let them settle as far as Gilead and Lebanon, until the land overflow with them. My people will go through an ocean of troubles, but I will overcome the waves and dry up the deepest part of the Nile. Assyria's great pride will be put down, and the power of Egypt will disappear. I will strengthen my people because of who I am, and they will follow me. I, the Lord, have spoken. Zechariah chapter 11. Trouble for Israel's enemies. Lebanon, open your gates. Let the fire come in to destroy your cedar trees. Cry, you cypress trees. The glorious cedars have fallen and are rotting. Cry, you oak trees of Bashan. The dense forest have been chopped down.